Dripping skies on empty streets, where memory and weather meet, and every drop begins to say the words you left that rainy day. Like shadows of your warm embrace, the wind repeats what we became, soft syllables that sound like pain. And every puddle on the ground reflects the love I never found. The thunder writes your name again, across the sky, across the rain. And in the hush between each fall, I hear you whisper through it all. Rain still remembers your name. Every drop falls just the same, like it knows what we once were before the silence took your word. It falls like memories I can't reclaim, soft and broken, yet unchanged. And I'm still standing in the flame of rain that still remembers your name. Where all my colors start to hide, a distant car, a fading light gets swallowed by the endless night. The coffee steams but doesn't stay, just like the words we didn't say. And every sound the storm creates feels like it opens old mistakes. The sky repeats our final line, a loop that time cannot unwind. And every storm that comes to stay just pulls your memory back my way. Rain still remembers your name. Every drop falls just the same, like it knows what we once were before the silence took your word. It falls like memories I can't reclaim, soft and broken, yet unchanged. And I'm still standing in the flame of rain that still remembers your name. If I could ask the clouds to fade, I'd rewrite every drop it made. But even storms refuse to bend, they only bring you back again. So I let the sky confess to everything I can't suppress. And every storm will always claim that rain still remembers your name. grows after summer rains, and every sip I can unwind. Cold coffee, warm memories left behind. Cafe hums a tired tune beneath the pale and drifting moon. Your seat across the wooden floor still feels like you walked out before. The sugar spoon still marks the place where your hand once moved with grace, and every sound the room creates still carries what it can't replace. The clock above keeps ticking slow, like it refuses to let go. And in the noise I hear so clear the shape of when you used to be. Cold coffee, warm memories left behind. In every stain across my mind, the taste of you still lingers on long after everything is gone. I stir the past, but it won't change. Just bittersweet and slightly strange, and all I have to hold and find are cold coffee, warm memories left behind. The window shows a fading street where strangers pass in steady feet, but none of them will ever know the way your laughter used to go. The barista calls a name too late, like time itself forgot to wait. And every cup that's placed nearby feels like a reason not to try. The air still smells like what we were, a fragile fading soft blur. And every trace that you once made still colors how my thoughts cascade. Cold coffee, warm memories left behind. In every stain across my mind, the taste of you still lingers on long after everything is gone. I stir the past, but it won't change. Just bittersweet and slightly strange, and all I have to hold and find are cold coffee, warm memories left behind. If I could warm one time as cold, I'd break the silence, bend the rules. But some things fade so perfectly, they only live in memory. So I sit here through the grind, with what was lost and left behind, and let the past so gently bind. Cold coffee, warm memories left behind. Clouds hang low and muted gray, like they forgot how to pray, and every flash begins to show what the dark won't let us know. Through streets that lost their name, where nothing ever feels the same. The storefront signs all flicker weak, like they're too tired now to speak. The pavement cracks like quiet lies beneath the bruised and restless sky. And every breath I take tonight feels like it's searching for a light. The wind moves slow through broken air, like it remembers what was there. And in the distance I can see a storm that looks back into me. Over broken land. The river drags its tired flow through places only ghosts would go. A siren hums a hollow tune beneath the dim and watching moon. The alley breathes a rusted sigh as shadows learn to multiply, and every step I try to take feels like a memory starts to break. The sky keeps writing what we were in flashes no one can concur, and every bolt that splits the night just shows me what I couldn't find. Over broken land. So I stay under fading skies, where broken truth in silence lies, and watch the world slowly expand in soft lightning over broken land. tune through crowded air, like you were suddenly right there. And every heartbeat starts to sway the night our song was played. Cafe, but then the speakers caught the line that used to always feel like mine. The city froze in faded light, as if it knew what felt so right. And for a moment time stood still, like it was bending to your will. The melody began to rise, and something changed inside my eyes, like every word I couldn't say was being sung that very day. It was the night our song was played, and every wall just slipped away. The past came rushing like a flame and whispered softly out your name. I swear the world forgot to move, like it was waiting just for you. And all I ever held inside came crashing back in perfect time. Came crashing back in perfect time. You turned your head, I saw the truth, still living somewhere in our youth. A half smile traced across your face, like nothing time could ever erase. The way to pause, the lights went low, as if they already did know that something broken would return, the kind of fire that still burns. The chorus hit like falling rain and pulled me back through every chain of what we were, what we became, still echoing inside your name. It was the night our song was played, and every wall just slipped away. The past came rushing like a flame and whispered softly out your name. I swear the world forgot to move, like it was waiting just for you. And all I ever held inside came crashing back in perfect time. If songs could hold what time destroys, I live forever in that noise. But music ends, the crowd moves on and leaves me with what's now gone. The speakers fade, the lights decay, but I still hear it every day. A memory that won't obey. The night our song was played. The neon sign still flickers red, like words we never really said. And every seat still seems to know the ghost of when we used to go. Walking through the swinging door, it creaks like it did years before. The Bartender still nods my way, like nothing here has gone astray. But every table tells a tale of nights that slowly start to pale, where laughter used to fill the air. Now only silence lingers there. The jukebox hums a softer tone of songs we never played alone, and in the corner light I see the shape of what you used to be. Empty chairs at our old bar, still glowing under faded stars. They hold the shape of you and me in every cracked up memory. I raise a glass to what we were, to all the nights that felt like home. But all I find when I look far are empty chairs at our old bar. The wood is scratched with names we made, of promises that never stayed. A half-burned candle, glass of dust, still waits for something that won't trust. The clock above the counter ticks, like time still plays its twisted tricks. And every laugh I try to hear just turns into a memory smear. The air still smells like cigarettes, and all the things I can't forget, like faded coats on empty hooks and stolen glances, second looks. Empty chairs at our old bar, still glowing under faded stars. They hold the shape of you and me in every cracked up memory. I raise a glass to what we were, to all the nights that felt like her. But all I find when I look far are empty chairs at our old bar. If time could turn this room around, I'd fill the silence with your sound. But every drink I take tonight just tastes like goodbye done right. So I'll leave before the final call, and let the shadows take it all. But in my heart, forever are the empty chairs at our old bar. Neon rain on sleepless streets, where distant hearts and shadows meet, and every glow begins to fade into the secrets we once made. listen to the static of my ears, and every step I try to take feels like a memory starts to break. The night is loud but speaks so low, and rhythms only ghosts would know. And somewhere in the glowing sky I hear the truth I can't deny. Whispered voices beneath neon lights, calling out through endless nights. They pull me back where I began, to traces of what I once was then. Every word just slips away, like fading colors in the rain. And all I hear, no matter how I try, are whispered voices passing by. The alley hums a broken tune beneath a tired silver moon. Reflections dance on broken glass of all the moments that won't last. A stranger's laugh, a distant tone, feels like a memory of my own. But every sound I try to hold just turns to silence, sharp and cold. The city breathes in fractured sound, where lost connections are still found. And every echo that remains still carries pieces of my pain. Whispered voices beneath neon lights, calling out through endless nights. They pull me back where I began, to traces of what I once was then. Every word just slips away, like fading colors in the rain. And all I hear, no matter how I try, are whispered voices passing by. If I could quiet every street and make the silence feel complete, I'd finally hear what's real and true, instead of echoes tied to you. But neon fades and night grows thin, and all the voices drift within, until they die where they began. Beneath the glow I can't outrun. A distant humming afternoon air, like something fragile fading there. And all we didn't know, just summer static in the glow. Beneath the burning sky, where time moves slower, passing by. Your voice was hand, like plans we never could withstand. We carved our names into the heat, but even fire starts to retreat. The streetlights flickered as we stood, not knowing nothing ever would stay perfect like we thought it would. Back when everything felt good, the air was full of something real, but none of us knew how to feel. We tuned the moment like a song, but every note came out wrong. We were just some static noise, lost between the wind and voice. A broken signal in the sun that disappeared when night had come. I still hear fragments when it rains, like scattered love inside the waves. But all we were was undefined, just static left in summertime. If I could tune that summer back, I'd fix the frequency we lack. But memories don't come in clear, they only crack when I get near. So I just listen to the past in broken signals that don't last, and let it fade so I can know we were just some static noise. Went through glass and rolling tires, carrying forgotten fires, and in my hand the past still shows. Faded photos on open roads. Your memory in the car, left behind what we were so far. The engine hums a tired song of where I thought we both belonged. A picture slips from worn out hands of summer days and sinking sands. We were laughing in the light before it turned into good night. The road ahead feels wide and long, but every mile still feels wrong, because no matter where I drive, you're still the ghost I can't deny. Faded photos on open roads, where every mile still over. unfolds across the sea, but none of it feels incomplete, except the space you used to take, the only part I couldn't shake. The highway sings a soft goodbye under an endless painted sky, and every turn I take alone still feels like heading back home. Faded photos on open roads where every mile still overflows with pieces of a life we knew in washed out skies of broken blue. I try to leave it all behind, but time keeps rewinding lines, and all I have to carry on are faded photos of what's gone. If roads could turn and bring you near, I'd stop the car, I'd keep you here. But distance doesn't break its hold, it only makes the memories cold. So I just drive where silence goes, with fading skies and worn out hopes, and in my heart forever shows faded photos on open roads. A folded note, a silent page, where words got lost in their own cage, and what we meant but never said still lingers in the air instead. We spoke in half-truths, soft and low, like things we didn't want to show. Every sentence left unsaid echoed louder in my head. Your voice was there but out of reach, like waves that break before they teach. And every pause between your sighs was where the real truth used to hide. We wrote our storyline step we didn't take, a chance we chose not to awake. The letters never made it far, just fragments of who we are. And every line I read again just shows me where we might have been. We try to speak in code in ways to hide the truth we couldn't face, but even silence leaves a trace of love we couldn't quite embrace. Love lost in between the lines, in unfinished words and warning signs. Every page we tried to write became a blur and fading light. I read you like a broken rhyme that never reached its final line. And now I know what silence means, and love lost in between the lines. If I could rewrite every space between the words we couldn't face, I'd fill the gaps with what was true, and finally speak the real you. But some things never quite align. They live between the broken lines, and all I have is what remains of love that never got explained. City lights and frozen air, a lonely heart that lingers there, and every drop that falls tonight is painted in electric light. I'm sitting where the night begins, with neon crawling on my skin. The world outside keeps moving fast, but I'm still living in the past. A distant siren cuts the calm like it's a broken kind of psalm, and every breath I try to take feels like another small mistake. The streets are shining cold and bright, but nothing feels the same tonight. And in the glow I swear I see the shape of what you used to be. Midnight tears under blue glow, falling away. Oceans drift like silent cries across my tired, hollow eyes. The city hums a lullaby for all the dreams that learn to die. And every shadow passing through still carries pieces left of you. The night won't ask me to be strong. It only plays our broken song. And in the rhythm of the rain, I hear you call me once again. Midnight tears under blue glow, falling where the cold winds blow. Every drop becomes a trace of memories I can't erase. I try to hold the fading flame, but even light forgets my name. And all I am is what remains of midnight tears under blue glow. If I could stop the sky from weeping, hold the world while it was sleeping, maybe I could learn to stay and never let you drift away. But night returns without reply. Just endless streets and neon sky. And night is all where shadows grow, and midnight tears